guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a giant unboxing for you. My arms were shaking as I was trying to hold this up for the thumbnail. It is my Book Outlet box. It is giant. So I got this from their Boxing Day sale, and they were having like a bunch of money off if you spend a certain amount of money. So I ended up adding at least, I think I added $100 worth of books to my cart, got $40 off because of the Boxing Day sale, and then I get $20 off every time someone uses my code or my link, and anybody can do that. So I've gotten a few people who did that, so I had an additional $20 off. So I got about 23 books for $45. So it's roughly around $2 a book, but this giant package has this hole, giant hole in it that I just feel paper. Hi Lily. I just feel paper there, so hopefully nothing got damaged. Sarah texted me today though saying that her box, the entire top was ripped off, and that if there were any mass markets they would have fallen out of her box. So I don't know whose fault that is. Is that the USPS's fault for being awful to their boxes? I don't know, because I just see a giant gaping hole in the top of my box. But it's okay, it didn't rain, so hopefully these are all okay. Last time I ordered from them, I remember not ordering a scratch and dent, and then they told me one I did was scratch and dent, so I think that was an error on their website because I don't order scratch and dent. So hopefully all these are in perfect condition because I ordered no scratch and dent. Thankfully, I had a ton of this on top, so nothing was hurt by the one of the mass markets is bent, but I feel like that always happens with mass markets, which is quite annoying because they just shove this paper in around the books. So, okay, we'll start with my mass markets. I don't remember everything I ordered. I ordered this I think the day after Christmas I ordered this. So the first one that's bent a little is going to be The Sea King by C.L. Wilson. They always get bent in the corners whenever they send books because they don't package them that well. But this one, I know C.L. Wilson is a very popular fantasy author, so I don't know anything about this. I think Riley Marie just hauled this as well and said it reminds her of Aquaman. So we'll see. It's like super long though. It's over 500 pages. It's literally 598 pages, so it's almost a 600 page book. I do own I think one other of her books since I've heard they're good, so I want to read that. I have no idea where I'm going to put all these, but I got two Sophie Jordans. I got While the Duke Was Sleeping and The Scandal of It All. These are both in the same series. Only one of them has the step back and the other one does not, so I don't know why they do that if they're both in the same series. So I think this is book one and this is book two. I don't know what they're about, but Sophie Jordan is going to be at a Polycon this year, so maybe I'll read those. Ooh, okay. So Eva Lee is an author that I've wanted to read who's historical, so I got From Duke Till Dawn by Eva Lee. Our main character, female, is a pickpocket and like plays people, and so this guy was her mark, and they actually spent a night together, and he like fell in love with her and gave her all this money, and then she disappeared. So I think he sees her again and like wants answers, and they fall in love. So this sounds really fun. I like it when the girl is the not super prim and proper in the historicals, so I can't wait to read this. I don't know which pile to start with. I'll start with this. So I want to read more thrillers, so I did end up picking out An Unwanted Guest by Shirley Pina. I think this sounded more thrillery than mystery, which is what I wanted. I think it's set in an inn, and like either there's murders happening or someone's there that I don't want them to be. I love No Exit by Taylor Adams, so I'm trying to find more books like that instead of like slow mystery books. I like the thrill, so I'm excited to try this. The next one, I did get a different book by this author from Book Outlet, and I haven't read it yet, but it's In Another Time by Caroline Leach. This one takes place during World War II, and they actually are in Scotland, and they work for like a logging company, and this girl and this guy kind of start liking each other, but he keeps on pulling away, and then she saves him from a logging accident, and it's their romance from there. I love this cover, and the other one is a World War II, I think, romance between a girl and a guy from the enemy army, and it sounds really good, so I'm excited to try this author out. The next one I got because I loved this author when I was in high school, and this is a new book by her, and that is The Other Side of Lost by Jessie Kirby. Our main character is actually a social media influencer kind of, so she has thousands of followers on social media, and she posts like this perfect life of hers, but she really is really lonely and has no friends, and her life online is nothing like her life in real life, and so she posts a photo about what her real life is, and it goes viral, and it goes from there. I loved Jessie Kirby like junior, senior year of high school, so I'm very excited to try out something newer by her. Then I got Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. I have not read book 1. I don't own book 1, but my sister does, so this is for her. It made me feel better about buying this order so that I had something for someone else other than myself. Even though that's the only book, and I have one other in here that is not for me, and the rest are for me. So I did read The Nightingale in 2019, so when I saw this book, To Capture What We Cannot Keep by Beatrice Collin, it sounded fantastic. This takes place in 1886, so it's not a war story, but it does take place during the building of the Eiffel Tower, and it's a romance, so historical fiction's been really calling to me lately, so I'm very excited, and the cover was gorgeous, so I could not pass this up. Then I decided to get Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand because I think a lot of people were reading this and loved it, and it takes place on Sawkill Rock, and it's where all these girls are disappearing and they're trying to figure out what happened to them. I don't know, it's YA, I think, and it sounds very good. So while I was ordering, I kept on like adding books and taking them out and adding books and taking them out, so I don't remember what I officially bought, but I did get Furthermore and Witchwood by Tahereh Mafi, and they're so pretty as hardcovers. This one especially is gorgeous, and I don't know what these are about. I do know they're middle grade, and I'm trying to read some more middle grade that I can recommend to some of my students who are reading below grade level. I teach honors 10th grade English, and then I also teach a section of English for students who are reading below grade level, so I want more things in my classroom that are accessible to those readers as well. And so all I know is that she like lives in a world without color. I like Tahereh Mafi, so I'm gonna read these. They're actually really long for middle grade, which I'm surprised by, but I'm excited to have these too and read them. Then I decided to pick up Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson, and this one I just had been wanting to read for a while now. Oh, I was expecting the underneath to be pink. Oh, I guess the spine is pink because there's a lot of pink on here. This one, I believe this girl is considered to have committed suicide with these other girls, and the girl's best friend is like, she wasn't friends with them, there was no way she would have done that, and she like raises their spirits, I think, and figures out what happens to them. It sounds really cool, and so I know a lot of people loved this when it came out. I got 2 Jenn Bennett books, and I can't remember if I own this one or not. I know I already own this one, but it was like $1 something, and I want to get it for my classroom. So this one, Stargeist, is going to go in my classroom. So that's one other book in here that's not for me. But then I also got Sears Moonlight. I'm pretty sure no one got this for me, but now I'm second guessing myself that someone has, but I don't think so. Because I loved Alex Approximately, so I really want to read more Jenn Bennett. This girl ends up working the night shift at this Seattle hotel, and she has been kind of isolated and sheltered all her life because she's homeschooled by her grandparents, and she loves mysteries and mystery novels, and then I think she starts to fall for the night shift van driver there. It sounds really, really cute and quirky, and I can't wait to read it. Then I picked up a copy of Now I Rise by Kiersten White. I have And I Darken that I got in a different book outlet unboxing, but if I ever decide to read that, now I have the second one. This is the second book. Can't even remember what the first book's about, but I have the book too now. Then I picked up Strange Grace by Tessa Gratton. This one has had different reviews lately, so I remember almost picking it up over the summer and then I didn't. They have to sacrifice someone every year or every like moon, and it's early, and it's like about that. I don't know, but it's really pretty, and I thought I'd pick it up. That's just the whole theme of this haul. The next book I got was Only a Breath Apart by Katie McGarry. This is another author that I absolutely loved in high school growing up, and my friend actually got me the ARC of this a long time ago, and then the release was pushed back, so then I don't know how accurate the ARC is to the final book. I don't know if they changed a lot or not, so I just decided to grab a hard copy for myself and stick that ARC in my classroom at school, but not really sure all that this is about. I think he has to befriend someone he pushed away in his past because of his grandparents' will, so I love Katie McGarry, so I'm excited to read this. And then I decided to grab A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallero. This is, I just think, Sherlock Holmes inspired YA book. And I decided to get The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. This one is, I know Hannah from A Clockwork Reader really loved this and was raving about it when the last time she posted a few videos. So I saw it on Book Outlet for like $3. And they had book 2 as well. Book 2 was in hardback and this was in paperback, and that annoys me. So I just got this in paperback and I don't know what it's about. Oh, and then she time travels back to 1902, so that's really cool. The only regular paperback adult romance in here is Bad for You by J. Daniels. This is, I think, book 3 in this series, and it's ripped on the back, which is so nice. It looks like it snagged on something and just went whoosh and broke this. If you can see that under there. Lovely. We love getting damaged books. I sound like I'm whining, but I'm so particular about the condition of my books. I just don't like it when they're not nice if I'm buying them new. So, but this is book 3 in the series. I really enjoy this series. And I skipped this one. So I read books 1 and 4. I don't even think no, I did read book 2. I read 1, 2, and 4. So I need to read this. Then I just randomly decided to add Miracle Creek by Angie Kim on there. This is a mystery, and it was like one of the Goodreads Choice Awards for 2019. So I want to read more like books that other people are reading. A lot of my coworkers read books like this and like mysteries, and they also have been getting into romance, which I love, but I'd also like to read some stuff that they're reading as well. The next one is just too annoying to figure out what it means on the back, but that's Cross Her Heart by Sarah Pinborough. This is another mystery thriller, and it says it is a psychological thriller. Is a masterful tale of obsession, intrigue, and suspense that will leave you reeling. So it's about a mother and a daughter, so that's all I know about this one. And that's my haul. Let me know down below what I should start with and what you're excited for me to have bought, because this was a lot. Mostly YA, because Book Outlet does have a ton of YA, and they just had so many thrillers that I did not know how to narrow down, because I hear so many more things about the YA books and not about the thrillers. So I only bought thrillers by authors that I've heard of before. But yeah, that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.